So I'm your Lank living realtor and anthropologist. And in 2016, I was living in a house in Mary Street after arriving in Lancaster from Scotland, although I'm not from Scotland. And I was in bed in a mattress on the floor because our stuff hadn't arrived yet, and I heard some noise. And then I saw some movement, and I pick my head up and I look and I see this little mouse scurry across the bedroom floor, and I think, oh, someone's gonna have to take care of that. And being the adult in the house, I knew who that was. And maybe it's a big cliche, but you know, the kind of adult you are is directly connected to the kind of child you were. And so I grew up on a farm. Now, with a name like King, you might think it was a farm not far away, but in fact, it was a little farm in Washington State. And we had cows and chickens and rabbits, a dog and cats and things. And the thing about animals is they shit a lot and you have to clean it up. And so when you're mucking out the barn and running around, sometimes it gets on you. And when you're a little kid, chasing your brother and you slip on the cow pie and go sliding, and it's like all up your back, and like, oh, I'm gonna have to wash this off, and mom knows how to do that, you know, get the hose out. And then there's the times when I was a bit older, a teenager, helping my dad actually care for the cattle. We had a calf that was kind of sick, and well, actually it was really sick. And so we had to give it penicillin, and that means a shot in the butt. And before I could do that, it turned to me and sneezed in my face. And I just kept thinking, I'm washable, I'm washable, I'm washable. So I'd had interactions with animals, big ones and little ones, cats and dogs and things. And this actually wasn't my first interaction with a mouse either. In my, well, not really bedroom. In 1998, I was sleeping in the mayor's office of Lesnaya, Russia. Now, Lesnaya is a little village of barely 1,000 people, and the mayor's office was connected to one end of a municipal building where there was a store, and the store had pasta and crackers and all kinds of things that the mice really liked, and they would come running across the office. And one time I was sleeping on the couch in the evening. I'd have to tidy things up for the day so the mayor could come in and do her job. And a mouse ran across my chest, which is still to date my most intimate encounter with a mouse, and woke me right up. And I was scared, not for myself and being attacked by the mouse, but realizing I've got all this fur clothing and down sleeping bag, and I wonder if mice eat that too. That would be a real problem. So I told the mayor the next morning, you know, the mice are like running across my chest in the night, and can we do something about that? And just, oh yeah, those damn mice, they're such a problem. And there were some traps and things, but I never really saw them do anything. So in 2016, I thought, well, we're gonna have to go buy some traps and, you know, bait it with peanut butter, and I'm getting, go to the store and I get that and I'm getting it ready. And then my younger son, who at the time was just 10, starts crying like, oh, the poor little mousies, they wanna live too, it's not fair. And I'm like, well, yeah. So I went back to the store and got, you know, the live traps, and then baited them with peanut butter, because that stuff does work. And was able to capture 2 or 3 mice. And so, you know, it's in there in the morning and making the rattling, and you drive it to Long's Park or something and dump it out, you know, and it doesn't want to come out. It's all, you know, inside there. And then it jumps away. Go, mousey, be free. But doing that 3, maybe it was even 4 times, and there's still mice. There's a lot of them. So one time when my children weren't in the house, I had to do the mean adulting and talk to the landlord, and like we got the heavy artillery in, which was, yeah, the guy with the poison traps and stuff, and had to decimate the mouse family that was sharing our house. So it's a sad ending for the mice. But the one thing I couldn't do, because I was renting there, was have a cat. And that's why I was really glad when we could buy a house that one of the first things we did was have a cat. And so now Percy can sleep on our bed and sleep on the couch and sleep anywhere he wants. And the mice don't come in the house and they stay outside. And the only shit I have to deal with is occasional scoops of the litter box. Thank you.